Okay.
Okay. I don't know what just happened.
Okay. Look.
Okay.
Wait, this is an experiment. I am talking to our audience. The two people. Welcome to a Pixel Comm Squad cast. We're kind of...
We're all in the hospital.
We're all dying. We don't know what we're doing. Okay.
That's the joke.
Okay. So, what we're doing here is this is something that my brother suggested, is the top games that came out when you turned 18, even if you played them later. And it's your personal top ones. We're supposed to do top 5, but we're kind of just making shit up at this point.
Also, we are counting ports. If I say we count ports if it was our first time playing said port.
Yeah, I say you count ports if you played that specific port.
Like, if something was a PC game and it got ported to console before you had a PC that could play it. Like, that should count.
If you played it on console.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, we're also gonna have, well, at least Brian and I are. I think Austin's still finding his, a rant game. Which is one that angered us for whatever reason. And some honorable mentions, which is mostly ones that, we recorded. So, they decide I'm going to
say what year we're doing.
Yes, we're going to mention what year we're doing. That's the first. I was getting there, sir.
Alright. I feel like that should have been said first.
So, why? No. It's the year we turned 18. My year was 2010. And we've decided that, I'm going first. So. Okay, I said we would start with the rant game, but I'm going to do the honorable mentions before the rant game. One.
Liar!
Hyperdimension Neptunia came out in 2010.
Wow, rude.
Yep.
Alice I don't like that game.
Alice is Dead 3, Part 4, still the third game. Alice is Dead 3 was 2010. VVV was 2010.
I thought it was VVV.
VVVVV.
How many V's?
I think it's 6. VVVVVV. Okay. And also a few big YouTuber games. Amnesia, Limbo, Happy Wheels, and Octodad came out in 2010.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I had a big year. I had 672 games to go through, and most of them were shovelware. So.
That's every year.
Alright. My rant game is, and I'm gonna put up pictures when we're talking about shit. I'm gonna edit. Interrupt myself.
Edit, yeah.
By the way, I still don't know what my list is. I'm going through it.
God damn it, man! Okay!
I will say, now that I'm going through it, this is a very easy list to make.
Okay, so, caveat again that it's only games that we played. Because there's a lot of really good games that I'm sure that other people liked from 2010, but I haven't played them. So I'm not counting them. But my rant game is White Knight Chronicles 2. Yes, the name is stupid. That's not important. So I picked it up as like generic JRPG with a character creation. And I'm like, yeah, I love character creation RPGs. So I go in and, oh, I forgot the first detail. I didn't mean to buy the second one. I bought the first one and they gave me the second one in the case. So, I think whoever sold the game to GameStop sold the second one in the first one's case. But, regardless, I had it now. So, I designed my character, and she looked pretty cute. Kinda looked like me. Got some nice armor and shit. Decided I was gonna specialize in huge-ass swords because it was funny. And then, I started to notice something that's a little weird. And it's that all the cutscenes were framed in such a way that your character being there had no effect on it. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a little weird. And I was like, well, it's also a little weird that they asked if I wanted to make a character. Like, why wasn't that just a given? And then as I'm going on, we start getting to some other things, and after a cutscene, it would switch me to the stupid ginger character. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to play as him, and I would switch back to me. So, basically, you are not the main character. The long and short of it. Ginger Kid is the chosen one main character who has to get in the giant Gundams that come out of fucking nowhere.
Are you kidding me?
Yes. So I spent how many hours perfecting my character to be a side character. A mute
bullshit.
side character.
Wow,
So,
Ariel, you just described Destiny.
okay, but at least for those, you're actually doing the things. Like this game.
Also, in my case, I rented Destiny for $1 from a red box.
Yeah, no, this I bought. I'm still mad. I spent like 3 hours. I don't know. I take forever to customize characters. Design my character, making her cute, getting the weapons, to be a side character. Basically an optional side character. Not even a side character that gets like their own story. So, that is why White Knight Chronicles 2 sucks. I got not super far. I think I got to like the 3rd fucking Gundam fight that came out of nowhere. Still a little confused about that. Maybe it would have made more sense if I had played the first game. Whatever. So, the countdown-ish thing. I'm gonna do... Okay, there's a couple I haven't fully decided on the order. Oh, I forgot an honorable mention. Pokemon Black and White came out in 2010.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Huh.
I
But
did
not
not
Black and
play
White
them.
2.
So...
To be fair, Black and White 2 is significantly better than Black and White 1.
I played 2. I didn't play 1, but if it's worse, then I don't see a point.
Well,
Alright.
it's not bad, it's just 2 is better.
Well, that's what I mean, but that necessarily means Black and White 1's worse.
I mean, technically it does.
Okay, but at the same time, that's like saying Gen 1's worse than Gen 2, so why play it?
Well, because it's basically the same game, isn't? Are there enough differences to justify it?
Yes, actually.
Really?
Yeah, there's... Black and White 2 has like a whole different pool of
I was
Pokemon.
under the impression it was literally a direct sequel to the story in Black and White 1.
Yes, well, it takes place years later. But yes.
Yeah. It's not
Okay,
an
what do I know?
Emerald situation.
Alright.
Anyway, though! So, okay, I know it's supposed to be top 5, but I got my ones that didn't make the top 5 that I want to give a quick little blurb about. My Sims Sky Heroes. Why did I play that? Well, it turns out I liked the My Sims Kingdom. Because My Sims Kingdom was stupid. But it had Spook Can, which had a bunch of goth Sims. So I befriended all of them. And
Of course.
they were awesome. In My Sims Party, I made a bunch of goth Sims, because of course I did. And it was cool. My Sims Sky Heroes should have been cool. It had the My Sims stuff. It was secret agent themed, but it was just kind of mediocre and disappointing. Which was a little sad. My other extra one is Trauma Team. I don't remember the full name. Basically, it's Phoenix Wright, but for surgery. It's the best way. It's like Trauma Center, blah, blah, blah. I think the one I played came out in 2010. If not, then I will correct it in pictures. But that's literally what it is. You're like doing surgery on the DS screen. You gotta do the ointment. You didn't do the ointment. He's losing blood!
Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't that have like multiple stories that converge?
I don't think I finished it. But probably.
I've heard that, which makes me want to play it because it's just Sonic Adventure 2.
There's also
That's
several.
all it needs to be Sonic Adventure 2.
There's also several. So, okay. So, now to my actual number 5. Ooh. We're going... Okay, yeah. The 4 and 5 I haven't really decided on. So, you know what? I'm gonna switch them right now. 5, I'm gonna go with, Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Because it was okay. And Kingdom Hearts doesn't know how to do side games. And it's not great. So it's the bottom of that list. Honestly, it might even be below the 2 that I just mentioned. I don't have this fully ironed out. So let's just say below 4 is that everything I just mentioned. This is definitely planned. Alright. Number 4 is one that people actually know about. Because it's Heavy Rain. Because Heavy Rain came out in 2010. What?
Come here.
What?
I can't believe you're picking Heavy Rain.
I didn't play a lot of games from 2010. I'm mad that I haven't played Danganronpa yet, because that was 2010. It's right there. And I can't do it, because I didn't play it. But Heavy Rain, just because the story was super intriguing the first time. As soon as you know who the killer actually is, the replay value was very, very low. Because when I played it,
and when you find out who the killer is, you hate the game.
Yeah, no, I didn't hate it. Because I was like, okay, that was interesting. An interesting way to develop it. But when you play the game again and you already know the solution to the mystery, it's very boring. So that's why it's kind of at the bottom of the list. I know, I didn't follow my own rules at all, but it's fine. Number 3.
I do want to say one more thing about Heavy Rain. There is one bit of replay value, and that is figuring out how to torture Ethan while cutting his fingers off.
Yeah, see, nah, I hate that part, so I just go straight for the one that works. Okay. Number 3 for real! Woo. Another game we recorded. Kirby's Epic Yarn was 2010. Brian and I played that. And it's a cutesy little platformer with cute little aesthetics, some interesting mechanics. It's
and good music, too, surprisingly.
Good music.
I mean, you know, Kirby always has decent music, but...
Yeah, I like the lava music.
I really like the style.
You want more on Kirby's Epic Yarn? We got videos for that. I'll probably have to link them, if I remember. If not, there's a playlist. Okay. Number 2 is Kingdom Hearts again, Birth by Sleep. Which is the only reason I have a PSP. I bought a PSP to play Birth by Sleep explicitly because the human versions of Organization 13 members were in it. I was going to skip it. I was like, I don't know who these people are. These are new Keyblade wielders. I'm not super interested in that. Wait a fucking second. Is that Kid Zexion? Wait a second. That's Vexen when he's still a scientist. Wait a fucking second. And then I went and I bought a used PSP. And my friend and I played it, and I did not get the true ending because I never managed to fully 100% every single character.
You shouldn't put yourself so close to
we're gonna get to Birth by Sleep. Huh?
That's what you have to do?
Yes, you have to play through as Terra, Ventus, and Aqua individually. If you want to go into convening storylines or converging. There's Convergent, Separate, Convergent, Separate a few times.
Wait, was that not the one where Sora and Riku have...
That's Dream Drop Distance.
Okay. I like that one, just because I like the idea that they have narcolepsy.
No, they're actually in the sleeping world.
I know.
So it doesn't really work.
I know, but I like to think they have narcolepsy.
Stop being able to. Okay, whatever. It's a decent game. It has Lilo and Stitch as a world. I don't know if you knew that.
I don't really care about Kingdom Hearts worlds.
Yes, I know.
Because they're just worse retellings of Disney movies.
Actually, no. Because it takes place entirely on the spaceship.
Oh.
So, I will give them credit.
I'll look up a YouTube video.
Well, I'm going to be recording it later.
I'll wait to watch that YouTube video.
And then, okay, so that was okay. My favorite to play as was Terra, but that's because I like to brute force my way through problems because my brain gets lazy. Yeah. Now, my number one, which I alluded to several times, but I have not explicitly said, not even in this video, just alluded to because it's on my list to record. And that's Deadly Premonition, which I've already talked about the fucking backwards limbo zombies.
Yes.
The glitchy ass car, I don't know if I've mentioned. Cause
I don't think you have.
I think technically I have the Masters Edition, which only came out like 2 years later. But it's essentially the same game, except they fixed, in quotes, some of the bugs. And I can leave that in quotes, because I definitely had my car go flying off the road a few times. But Deadly Premonition is great. You play as an FBI agent sent to a town for a bunch of murders. Well, actually, it's only one murder at the beginning. But you've been following this specific killer for a while. And you talk to yourself a lot. And I really mean a lot. To the point where my original theory was that he was addressing you as the player when he was talking to Zach. I actually have a couple comics on my DeviantArt. I'll probably put them in at this part. Of me talking back to him, because I love talking to games. I talk to games all the fucking time. And it's just stupidly quirky. Everyone's so goddamn weird. There is a fucking insomniac gravekeeper who's just weird, and the mayor is weird, and the other cops are weird, and everything's just weird. And having watched Twin Peaks because of Deadly Premonition, yes, I can definitely say it's very similar to Twin Peaks. Because it is also very weird and involves a weird, quirky FBI agent going to a lumber town in the middle of nowhere to investigate a serial killer murdering things. But that's my number one. I'm not gonna rant too much more about it because I know I'm recording it. But there's so many weird, quirky characters and so many stupid side quests. And you can have lunch every day at the police station and get extra dialogues and things. And it's great. It's stupid. It's glitchy. It's sometimes barely functional. The last boss fight is terrible. But it's a great game. So, that was my sort of organized...
Last boss fight's terrible? Just sounds like Halo 2.
It's because it doesn't register when you're shooting him.
Oh.
I kept shooting his weak spot several times and it did not register. And I'm like, God damn it. I mentioned it's a little buggy. But,
I know. Ariel, I know.
Yes. So.
I've watched videos since you talked about it.
Mm-hmm. That is my semi-organized list of my games from the year I turned 18, 2010. And now it's Brian.
Alright, I'm up. Okay. I don't
wow,
have
Brian,
many...
what a terrible list.
Time's up. Done.
Okay. Okay, so, I do have a couple honorable mentions, and by honorable mentions, it's just games I would have liked to play, but haven't gotten around to.
What's your year? You gotta say your year!
2009, damn! Alright, I got, so Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks.
You haven't...
that's right. Is this top 5, or...?
This is his honorable mention. That's right, you've only played
that came out
3 games.
that I would have liked to have played.
Oh, okay.
But
Spirit Tracks was good.
Yeah, no, I heard good things about it.
It was cute.
I watched the I really liked the song in the final boss and the overworld song as well.
Fun short story. When I was fighting the final boss at Spirit Tracks, we had a bat stuck in our house that they were trying to corral out the back door.
Right.
So I don't remember much about that boss fight.
What, were you trying to corral the bat at the same time you were fighting?
They were trying to corral it. I had my door closed in my room so that it wouldn't go into any of the upstairs rooms.
Uh-huh.
So I was just listening to them panicking and the thing like flapping around. So
okay.
Anyway, go on.
So yeah, no, I liked Wind Waker. We all know this. We also went through Wind Waker on this channel. So Toon Link games are just kind of attractive to me. But I don't think that Phantom Hourglass was great, according to kind of popular opinion. And then there are parts of it that would annoy me, like continuously going back to that. Like
yeah, but you get some shortcuts.
Yeah. But
it is better than Phantom Hourglass.
Yeah. But no, it seems like a game that I would enjoy playing. So that is that one. The other, there's like some random ones like Burnout Paradise. I like the Burnout games a lot just because when you crash, it's really fun to watch. I'm a simple man. I do not need much. So, but I haven't played any Burnouts past Burnout 2. So that one might be fun for me. Assassin's Creed 2. Never played that. The only one I have played is Black Flag. And it's probably built on 2 quite a bit. I'm assuming just because it's a later game and it's still pretty fun. Wait, no, I did kind of play it once at somebody's house while I watched somebody else play it. Really, I didn't really do much except stab a priest, and then I gave the controller to him.
This
Way
is
to
too
go.
much for me. I can't handle this game.
He stabbed a priest and then had to go to confession afterwards.
In my defense, I did not know that I could stab a priest. I just pressed the stab button and the priest was right there. So Etsumi was like, that guy? Okay, stab.
I didn't mean to, officer! I just accidentally hit the stab button!
That is something about 2 that, is kind of fun over Black Flag, is that in 2, you can kill civilians indiscriminately.
Yes.
Whereas in Black Flag, you can't do that. Well, you can't do that, you just have to get creative. You can only do it if you blow them up. Or, push them into water or something. Which, it can be fun in its own right. I dropped, canisters of gunpowder and then shot them with a musket. Blowing people off roofs before. And now everybody knows I'm a psycho. Moving on. So, other than that, not really too many games that I'm super interested in. Oh, Sonic and the Black Knight. That came out that year.
Oh.
See, I'm so... That was I heard around the world, by the way. But, I'm a little salty about that game.
How dare you?
Not because I've played it, not because I think it's bad, but because I haven't played it because of Sonic and the Secret Rings, and I hear that Black Knight is better. So I would rather have played that game than Secret Rings.
That's fair. Also, Black Knight's not really that good. I just have bad opinions.
No, no. I mean, I know that Black Knight isn't really a masterpiece by any standing, but it's okay as far as I can tell from my tangential experience with it. So I'd like to give it a try just to see. You can actually back up, which that should host enough goodwill.
Yeah, you can back up without fucking rolling the Wiimote backwards.
Right, yeah. So, that's
one thing I'll say though, just to add on to, because I've played Black Knight. In terms of tone, I think it's the perfect tone for a Sonic game story. In terms of actual story, it's not very good. But it knows when to be serious, and it knows when to make jokes. Except that one cutscene where Knuckles almost fucking slices his throat.
Too far!
Oops!
Oh, I'm sorry, Sir Gawain.
But no, I can attest to that. I've watched some.
It's such a stupid premise.
I know.
Okay, it's on par with the putting Yu-Gi-Oh characters into the War of the Roses level of stupid.
Yeah, well, Ariel, it's just the exact same thing.
Yeah, except this time it's the War of the Roses instead of an evil knight.
King Arthur's evil in Sonic and the Black Knight.
But, one, King Arthur doesn't exist.
I know.
And two, they're fighting the War of the Roses with cards.
Yeah, what's wrong?
That's not how it works!
Yes, it is, Ariel!
You know how the War of the Roses was won.
I do, in fact! Anyway, Brian, do your shit.
Okay, alright, now's my rant game. You ready? Here's my rant game. New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Fuck that game. And you know...
Wow, a lot of people like that one.
You know, here's the thing. I played through it, and it was fine. If that was it, we're all good. But then we got Super Mario Bros. Wii! We got, wait, did another one come after that?
There were a lot.
New ones.
Right!
Stuff.
Yes! I can't even remember all of them. Luigi, you can stay. That was
Brian,
a different
the first
box.
one was just New Super Mario Bros. On the regular DS.
Yeah, but the first one I played was the Wii, so that's the one I'm mad at.
Oh,
Okay, is that the first one that was multiplayer on the Wii?
Yes.
Yeah.
I played that at your house and you kept killing me.
That's how you play that game.
So, that was my
That's how
revenge
you
in
win.
Kirby's Epic Yard when I kept killing you.
Oh, that's why!
Actually-
Oh, that makes sense!
I actually do have something to say, though, about New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and it's just general level design. It's designed to be playable with, like, 2 people, maybe 3 people. With 4 people, it's utter chaos. With 1 person, the platforms are so big, it's impossible to fall off.
Yeah. We were doing it with 3 people. And we were having Michael Jackson screams whenever Brian killed one of us.
Which was often.
Yes, it was. You're a dick.
If we could get, like... If like... That... Wait, Dolphin does exist. We can play that game online co-op.
Oh shit.
Wait, you can do that?
Might be a next Pixel Comm Live. Pixel Live
Oh boy.
Squad. Live Comm Squad.
No, let's be real. It'll be a Pixel Comm Live massacre.
Pixel Live Squad.
Oh, but I haven't even gotten to the reason why the game makes me so salty.
Okay.
They just didn't stop. They
did.
Stop.
They did eventually.
I think they
Well,
did.
yeah, but
Wait, is there one on
only
the
after I got
Switch?
pissed off.
Actually, you know what? There is one on the Switch. They reported New Super Mario Bros. U and added in the stupid. They added in Toadette with the stupid meme crown.
Oh,
Right,
yes!
Yep. And it's just the same game over and over and over and over and over. And you know, like, we were complaining about this earlier, how a lot of times people, like, complain that they want... Or rather, I read something earlier, I think, where people a lot of the times complain that they want something new, but then people make things new, and they don't buy it, so they just make the same thing over and over again. And, you know, I get that to an extent, but come on, man! It's just the same fucking game that you're trying to repackage, and maybe you switch around the platforms here and there. But you know, fundamentally, there's nothing really different or new or even expanded, right? Like, okay, new power-ups, whoop-de-doo, but, like, it's not enough. And the reason I'm so mad at New Super Mario Bros. Wii is because it's the one I played where after that one I realized that we were going to stick with this for a while. And that there was no point in me really getting those games.
Honestly, even like 3D Land and 3D World are just New Super Mario Bros. In 3D form.
Yeah. So,
which
thank God.
Which I like 3D World if it means anything. I guess that's different enough.
Yeah, I played it a little bit. It was fine. I'm not mad at that one. I just, I'm just kind of salty about New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Thank God Odyssey came out, and, let us know that they were still kind of committed to 3D Mario, even though, Odyssey has its own share of issues that I think we've discussed before. But, okay, now on to my actual list. Number 5 is Wii Sports Resort.
Oh, God.
Here's the thing.
Go for it, but I have a related story.
Okay, I don't actually own this game.
God damn it!
I played it at a friend's house, and we did the fucking sword game, man!
Exactly! It's the sword game!
Whacking you play in that game.
The smack him over the head technique is unbeatable!
Great! It's fantastic! I love it!
Okay, so I don't know if any of y'all remember the VG Cats joke about me boxing with Hungry Hobo.
No.
That became a running joke with my brother and I, so that all of our systems have a me that's Hungry Hobo. And then he became a sword master, slaughtering millions with his unstoppable hit them over the head technique. And also, that game was quite a workout.
It was! That's one of the other things. Like, I got winded, man. I was like, wow! This is good for my body and my soul. So, I don't give a shit about the other games. Whatever. Fly around an island, I don't care. I'm here for the whack. I'm here for the way of the whack. Alright, so that earned it a spot. Hands down. Alright, the next game, I'm looking at my list here. I'm gonna go with Metroid Prime Trilogy. Now, I actually have this game on my Wii U. I didn't play it in 2019, but I'm like, shit, I need to play Metroid Prime eventually. Because I got Metroid Prime 3, and I'm like, alright, well, I guess I gotta go back and play the other two now. So I got the trilogy. Metroid Prime's pretty good, I'd say. I'm not very exploratory, so I got lost a lot, and that dampened my enjoyment of the game. I kind of prefer the linear nature of Metroid Prime 3, which I will record at some point. 2 can suck it, though. I know it's interesting that a third of this game... This is number 4 on my list, but a third of this game I utterly despise. I didn't even get to, like...
Number 5 on your list was only one section of a game.
This kind of goes into what type of list this
is.
It was the best part, though. I will not argue with that.
But Prime 2, man, I couldn't even get to the first boss. I was running around in circles. I met this fly dude, this cicada-looking motherfucker, and, like, he's telling me, like, oh, save the planet, Splin 2 or some shit. And I'm like, okay, I'll go do that. Then I go to a hallway, I got lost for the 10th goddamn time, and I'm like, you know what, I'm done here. And then, 3's pretty good. I like 3. 3 is my favorite one. And since we're gonna play it...
Those are odd Metroid Prime, opinions.
Yeah, I know most people like 1 the most, and they think...
They think 2's okay, and they think 3's bad.
Well, it's just because of the linearity, I think, because a lot of Metroid people like to, faff about and find shit. I just want to get from point A to point B. That's the guy I want to kill. I gotta go over there, kill him, then I go and kill him, alright?
Why the fuck haven't you played Halo?
Because I'm a Nintendo nerd!
It's on PC.
Yeah, well, I didn't get PC until, like, 2000. I didn't have a Windows computer capable of handling that until, like, 2016, so... and by then, I didn't it wasn't a priority to go back and play Halo. Maybe one day. I have played Halo multiplayer before in college, but that was the extent of it. That was when I flipped an elephant.
I played Halo once in 8th grade at a classmate's house. I won't even call them a friend, but that's another story. Where I had never done a first-person shooter before, yet alone played on an Xbox. So I was spinning in circles and ended up killing the one that no one could kill.
Yes!
Sounds about right.
Prodigy!
I couldn't...
I remember specifically, I was playing Call of Duty World at War one time, and I just ran into the center of the map with the Browning, which is just a massive machine gun with 150 bullets. And I put my sensitivity to max and just spun in a circle. I got the final kill. And the way Call of Duty works is, when you get the final kill, it has a final kill cam where the last 3 seconds of the player are shown. It was just me spinning in circles, and everyone saw it.
Oh my god, I wish you'd recorded that. I would have loved to see it.
I was like 12.
Yeah, I know, but still. Okay, that's excellent. Alright, so the next game
3
on my list is Left 4 Dead 2. Yes, I'm sure nobody saw this coming.
We should stop making this list and go play some Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah! I'm game!
No, we gotta finish it.
But in college there was like a computer lounge, and then there you could play Steam games. So I played Half-Life 2 a little bit, but my favorite game to play was Left 4 Dead because it was just so goddamn just a clusterfuck. You run around, zombies are everywhere. You car alarms and shit, and you gotta cut them with your chainsaw. It was great. Fucking love that game. And I don't have it, and I don't know why. Well, it's because I didn't get PC until like 2016. Although,
and you didn't have a PlayStation or an Xbox.
Right. So that's one of the games where that hurts me, man. But there was a time when Sonic 06 was really hurting me before I knew what type of game it was. Like when it first came out, right? Like it looked pretty cool, and I'm like, I didn't have the systems for it. And like I got secret rings instead, and I'm like, God, fuck, man.
Hey Brian, Secret Rings started out as a port of Sonic 06.
I know it did, and somehow that made it more painful. But now that I know the mass of the bullet that I dodged, I'm not so salty. But it still pains me about Left 4 Dead 2 because, my god, that game is super fun, and it makes me mad that they haven't made a Left 4 Dead 3 yet because they can iterate a lot of those things
Valve
in the game.
Can't make a third game of anything.
I know.
3 is a hard number to count to.
1, 2. Oh my god!
1, 2. Half-Life 2 Episode 2.
Alright, so Left 4 Dead 2 is a good game. I'll try to figure out if I can get my hands on it somehow. So, but no.
God, if you can get the PC version, and here I go, if you can handle the PC version, the modding community, oh my god, we could just become a Left 4 Dead channel.
Alright, I will think about that.
2020.
I might be able to.
I'm not sure my computer can handle it.
Well, it's
see.
It's not new graphics, so it shouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, but it's loading a lot of shit now.
Oh no, it is.
Alright, okay, so next game. This is so super normie, but Minecraft.
What number are we on?
2.
I'm on number 2.
Okay.
I'm on number 2 for me.
He picked Minecraft. He's gonna turn us into a Christian Minecraft server.
Oh no!
Is there like just a giant cross in the middle, like the 000 coordinate?
Yes, and there are signs everywhere saying there is no swearing on my Christian Minecraft server.
Oh, but yeah, no, I got a lot of play out of Minecraft, man, and like.
Oh, it's actually Minecraft.
Yes!
Yeah. I played a couple months ago actually just to see what changed. You have shields now, which was weird because I was used to just jumping around hoping I didn't get hit.
Yeah.
And they're like zombie manta rays that attack you if you don't sleep, which just shattered my productivity. Except it didn't because I don't have to waste really any time, but in the game, oh man, I was getting, my productivity had doubled. But, my least favorite thing about Minecraft is that when they add new shit, like new animals, if you've already loaded a bunch of your map, you have to keep going farther out to parts of the map that have never been loaded before in order to get those things. Yeah. So everything around me is just normal, and then if I, like when I wanted a horse, I had to go on like a week-long trek just that way.
Ryan, don't you know horses only exist in like every country but like one?
Of course. But
Horse,
I
of course, what I do for a horse.
Oh my god. But I remember when I first started playing the game, I got lost looking for sheep. Because I wanted a goddamn bed because monsters came out at night and I wasn't ready for monsters, so I was looking for some sheep and I lost my spawn point, right? So I just wandered in the wilderness and I found a dog. I befriended him and I named him Glebo. Now Glebo teleported a lot and he teleported under a tree and died. After that, I kind of, you know, just like, okay, I guess this is my home now. This is where Glebo died, so this is where I must stay. So I built a giant, like, tower of dirt that I called the Beacon of Hope, so I wouldn't get lost again. Eventually I found some redstone and then discovered that I could make a compass and go back to my first spawn point. So, you know, fuck Glebo, I just went back. and then I found another dog and I named him Glebo 2. It's not the same, though. And, you know, I built a wall around my compound so that nothing could spawn in it. And I built, like, computer components in, like, a workshop. Yeah, I'm one of those people, but I didn't build, like, a calculator or anything. I didn't go that far. There was a desert next to me, so naturally I cleared it to have enough glass to make a tower of glass. It was a wild ride. So, yeah. That's, I think that deserves my number 2 spot. But my number 1 spot, is Pokemon Soul Silver. Now...
You don't have to say anything.
Pleb.
Okay.
You don't have to explain yourself at all.
Okay. Alright.
We had 2 very opposite reactions.
Yeah, but that's because you're a horrible person and I'm kicking you from the Discord server right now.
Don't. We've already been through this.
But, now technically, it only came out in Japan in 2009, but I'm counting it anyway, because it's still fundamentally the same game.
But you can't read Japanese.
Well, I could if I applied myself.
Doubtful. It's really hard.
Yeah, okay. That might just be fair. But
it's easier to speak Japanese than it is to read it, Brian.
Yeah.
You know, I believe you.
But Money Day is easy to remember.
Shut up.
But it's the only game where I've legitimately 100%ed my team. It's also the game where I learned that I am not a competitive player, because I thought even for a second that I could go into competitive with my non-IV, poorly EV trained team that included a goddamn furret. and not even one with keen eye. This was a furret with runaway, okay? I win! Like, there's that one Elite Four girl who's like, real trainers try to win with their favorites. And I'm like, yeah! And then I got my shit ranked 10 times over. I'm like,
Brian,
maybe not!
You probably should have figured that out when you found out she was using crappy dark Pokemon.
You know, I should have, but I just wanted it to be true so badly.
The game told you were the champion!
And like, I spent so much time 100 leveling my team at fucking Mount Silver. So many hours. It took so long, but I did it because, like, this is my team. These are my friends. I gotta have them do their best. Fucking damn it. Great game, though. And Gen 2 is my favorite gen. So the fact that the remake was as good as it was just kind of...
All of the stuff that they added into it never felt intrusive.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike some of the stuff in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Fucking fight me!
Are you saying some of it wasn't intrusive?
I'm saying that ORAS was so much better than the original.
I mean, if you say so. Yeah. I like the Battle Frontier, but I guess I can't have that.
You can't.
Wait, it's not there?
No, they fucking reused the thing from X and Y.
Sort of.
You kidding me?
Well, they used the second one, not the Battle Chateau.
I got Brian's just chilling.
He's dead.
Well, I never played ORAS or X and Y, so I don't really understand the
And it doesn't matter because Soul Silver and Heart Gold have the Pokeathlon. It's the only mini-games in a Pokemon game I've never hated.
I liked berry mixing.
You would.
I was upset that berry mixing wasn't in ORAS.
Wait a minute, are we talking about... Oh, Ruby... Okay, berry mixing in Ruby Sapphire was fun because it doesn't take long.
Spins! You gotta time it.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Brian's section.
No, it's not. This is... I'm doing this now.
Let him finish his sentence at least.
I was gonna ask, was Heart Gold and Soul Silver the first one with following Pokemon?
I mean, yellow version exists.
No.
No, it doesn't. You made that up.
It's not true.
Pokemon Go was the first time that there were Pikachus with balloons.
Alright, fine then, Brian. There's the fucking park in Diamond and Pearl.
God damn it. I have to accept that one.
The park that they were discriminatory and only let you bring cute Pokemon inside.
Oh my god.
Obviously.
I just want my dragon that controls time and space in this park.
Look, you might scare the other patrons.
Also, I'll just say, having giant legendaries follow you around in Heart Gold Soul Silver was amazing.
Yes, it was.
They literally take up like 9 tiles.
They don't let you have them in certain houses. Why? Don't you want to gaze upon their majesty?
Mom, I brought Palkia home.
Anyway, so that's my list.
I guess it's my turn now. I don't know what I'm going to start with. Do I do hated games first?
Hated games or honorable mentions?
I'll do the hated games last. Just because there's not even that many. I do have a few honorable mentions, though. So, the honorable mentions are...
Oh, what's your year?
Oh, yeah. 2013. I'm not as old as these fucking fossils.
Jesus Christ.
But, so, I have a few honorable mentions. First one is Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Oh, New Leaf was so good.
Well, not only that, but it was my first Animal Crossing game.
It's a great one to start with, but also you can't go back and do the other ones because it's so good.
I mean, I guess that's fair. I haven't tried.
It's so much better.
But the next honorable mention is kind of cheating. It is the iOS and Android port of Sonic 1.
Yes, I would say that is cheating.
But I say this because they added so many features to it. First off, just being able to play as Tails and Knuckles in Sonic 1 is amazing.
Alright.
And they also added Supersonic. And the elemental shields to Sonic 1.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Now, did they fix the fucking level design?
No, but you can fly over it.
Okay! Alright, that's almost just as good.
And so my next honorable mention is DuckTales Remastered. Because it's better, it's 1,000 times better than the original. I said it.
I mean, why wouldn't it be?
My next one... I'm just gonna move on to the next one.
Okay.
My next one is Disgaea D2. And I only say that because they brought back the original cast finally. That's the only reason.
Okay.
And this last honorable mention is also cheating. It's Sonic 4 Episode 1 and 2 for the Ouya.
What the fuck is the Ouya?
You don't remember the Ouya?
How is it even spelled?
O-U-Y-A.
What the fuck? I have no clue what this is.
Oh my god. How do you not remember the Ouya? It was like a meme when it came out.
I don't know what this is either.
I'm Googling it.
The Ouya was just a console some company made and they wanted to compete with Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, and it was a complete failure. Somehow they got real games on it, though.
Oh my god, it is a thing. It's Android-based micro console.
Wait a minute, Ariel, haven't you watched Detective Heart of America?
Yeah.
It's in the movie.
You know what?
It's the box thing.
I don't think I put that together.
It's literally called the Ouya in the movie. Anyway.
Or I may not have watched the full movie. I don't remember.
Well, you should. It's beautiful.
I should. What the fuck? Somebody bought an Ouya in 2019. 7 people did it. Ooh, there's the Kickstarter!
Oh my god, I forgot it was kickstarted.
And now it is officially dead for real.
Yeah, I know.
As of last year.
So I'm gonna do my top 5. I did make these in a list from 5 to 1, but I'm also not positive this is how I would write the list. I put them in this order, but you could honestly interchange a lot of these. So, number 5 is State of Decay, which was an Xbox Live Arcade exclusive. It's a zombie survival third-person game where you could just be any fucking character in the game. There's just hundreds of different survivors that are randomly generated. You can increase their stats and shit. And it was really fun. And then eventually, just like Animal Crossing, it's a game you just stop playing. But it was really fun when it came out. Really bummed out you never got multiplayer. But whatever. Number 4 is Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. All I'm gonna say, it's a more balanced and funner version of Mario Kart. Fuck you, fight me.
Now, why do you think that is?
Because it's just more balanced. The items aren't as ridiculous. And
it's perfectly balanced for the person in last place to get an item that screws over the person in first place, and sometimes second and third too.
The thunder that screws up everybody.
Yeah, that's also perfectly fair for the person in last place to be able to fuck everyone over.
But there's other things it does, like so the cars transform because it's in the name, and it did it before Mario Kart, by the way. And they actually also do a lot more with the transforming gimmick than the later Mario Kart games. Like some tracks, you'll start out just as a car for like the entire lap, and then something will come in and fucking destroy the track, and suddenly you're in a boat. And then the last lap, something else will happen and fucking like block the river, and you're flying as a plane, and it's really cool. It looks really good, and it is a good game. It's better than Mario Kart. You're all wrong. Fuck you. Fight me.
Are we gonna settle it in Smash? Finally?
No. Settle it in Sonic All-Stars Racing Transform.
You got that!
Number 3 is the console ports for Resident Evil Revelations. Resident Evil Revelations, in my opinion, has the perfect Resident Evil controls. I like it more than Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes. I like it more than Resident Evil 4, 5, and definitely 6. It's like the perfect blend to me of like action and horror. And I like it. Story garbo though. Also raid mode. Fucking raid mode.
As played it on the 3DS. I gotta say, obviously my controls are different. But
just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. But I think I mentioned, just to tag on to that when you switch to aiming mode, it switches to first person, which was actually a pretty clever way to utilize the fact that the screen is tiny.
Yeah, it doesn't do that on the console versions. It stays over the shoulder.
Yeah, that makes sense. My one gripe, aside from the fact that some of it's just a little silly, why is the girl dressed like it's the 40s sometimes? It's a little weird.
What about her scuba suit?
I don't need to see Jill's ass the entire time, also.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. Why is she in a jumpsuit?
Because they think that fucking horny men are the only people who play it, I guess. But...
Okay, but, like... I don't want to stare at Jill's ass the whole game.
Congratulations.
I want to stare at Chris's ass the whole game.
Is there something you want to tell us?
Yeah, Roger Craig Smith has a good voice.
I mean, sure. There's something else I was going to say. Oh, I did have one part that was a little too obtuse to figure out, but that was partially because of how the controls are on the 3DS, and partially because when I tried it the first time, it didn't work. So, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's when the one guy, the fucking zombie thing, jumps out of the closet and you're in the room.
Oh, is it the thing with the TV and you have to dodge it? Okay,
yeah.
That's fair. It's hard on the console version too.
Yeah. I had to look it up and I'm like, I tried that!
So, anyway. My number 2 is the console ports of Terraria. Not because the console ports are better than the PC ports, but because I didn't have a PC. So, that was my first time playing Terraria, and I loved it. And I still kind of do.
Once upon a time, my friend was like, hey, would you rather play Minecraft or Terraria with me? And I'm like, well, I really don't want to play Minecraft, so let's do Terraria. And then we never did.
What?
I should remind her of that just to see what she says.
Well, I don't really have all that much to say about Terraria. Well, actually, I kind of, now that you brought Minecraft up, I do like it more than Minecraft. Because there's always more of an objective in Terraria than Minecraft, where, like, yeah, Minecraft, you eventually want to get to the end and fight the Ender Dragon. But, like, in Terraria, there's always, like, a boss that you can collect, like, equipment for, build structures, collect ammo. Just a lot more, in my opinion, that I like about Terraria than I do about Minecraft.
See, I can definitely appreciate that. The reason I stopped playing Terraria, it started stressing me out. And not for the reason you think. It's not because I had to go to hell and fight a demon wall of flesh. No, that's not it. It's because hell itself was slowly encroaching on my domain. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the corruption?
Yes.
And, you know, that's always happening, and I looked it up, and there's, like, no way to stop it, and I'm like, shit!
I mean, you can somehow create, like, a shitload of, like, the cure for it.
See, I didn't know how to do that, and I didn't even know that was an option. So I'm like, okay,
yeah,
the more I play,
can purify, like, the area, but, like, you need a lot of that to stop the corruption.
So I'm like,
Another thing I would do is I would just mine all of the corrupted pieces. It can't spread if it can't reach you.
no, I didn't think of that.
Modern
I just
problems require modern solutions.
I was just it was just stressful to me, and that kind of got me to stop playing, and which is a shame because it is a really good game, but
Baby.
yeah, no, that's a fair assessment.
All right, so my number one, and I'll be honest, I only put it at number one because I feel like people would get mad if I had it lower. It's BioShock Infinite.
Ah, yes.
And it's just a good game. Even separate from the BioShock universe, it's a good game. It's got... I was never in love with the story. Thought it was okay. Like, a lot of people, when it came out, were like, this is the perfect story. No one can ever say anything to bring this thing down. I'm like, no, it's really not. It's just kind of okay. It's not bad. But the gameplay just... there are things about it I don't like not having the weapon wheel from previous games, where you would just always have all of the weapons in the game and be able to upgrade them. Instead, it's like a traditional first-person shooter where you have two guns. But just like the upgrades you can use, I forget what they call them. I'm just gonna say plasmids. That's what they are about BioShock 1 and 2. But all of the plasmids in Infinite are just fun to use. It's fun to try to figure out combinations and stuff. Most of the enemies are fun to fight. And Barrel at Sea, which the first part of that DLC came out at the end of 2013. I like that. I like episode 2 more, where you play as Elizabeth, but the first one's okay. Now for games I hated. There are 3 of them.
Alright.
And 2 of them are technically kind of the same game.
Good start.
I'm gonna get the one that'll get people to hate me out of the way. Pokemon X and Y. Fuck those games.
Fuck you.
I hate X and Y, not because they're just bad games, but because they bored me to death.
Okay.
It takes so long to get your 3rd badge. And there's just a lot of things that are really slow, like that one route where you have to ride the Rhyhorns across all the jagged, like, terrain, and they move so slow. It's just, like, they're like, oh, hey, look at these fancy 3D camera angles and graphics, and I'm just like, I I don't care.
But you can move diagonally!
Oh, that thing you could do in other RPGs forever.
Yes.
You could do that in fucking Mother 1 on the NES.
Yes, but it's not Pokemon.
I hate that Pokemon gets fucking slack just because it's Pokemon.
No, okay, so X and Y brought me back into Pokemon a bit. Because my roommate was really excited about it, and we played it. And yeah, there's a lot of really stupid things. Story-wise, it's pretty stupid. How does nobody figure out, let's see, how do I like to pronounce his name? Lysandre?
Lysandre.
Yeah, nobody figures out that he's evil when it's so fucking obvious the entire time.
This world is imperfect.
Wow, what a guy. But it was almost comedic how bad they were at figuring out he was evil.
Wait, is this Senor Orange Hair?
Yes.
It's Pokemon Ganondorf.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay,
Alright.
so I learned the reason his hair is like that. It's modeled, it's supposed to be like Pyroar.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I think
But it's also stupid.
I'm pretty sure he does have a Pyroar.
Yes, he does.
But I like X and Y because my favorite Pokemon was made in X and Y.
Is it
And
the
that's-
pumpkin?
It's Gourgeist, specifically.
Okay.
Pumpkaboo is okay, but Gourgeist is better.
October 12th, 2013.
And I did like the Battle Chateau because that was really good for training and making money. The other battle thing I didn't care for, but the Battle Chateau, beautiful. I also liked, no, was it that one or ORAS that ended up with Horde battles?
That was... No, that was X and Y.
Yeah, because I was upset that they weren't in Sun and Moon when it would have made fucking sense. Anyway. It's not terrible. Okay, for Pokemon games, it's probably fine. For a normal game, yeah, it's not super good. But
You hear that? Pokemon games are below average.
Oh, and character customization.
I mean, I guess if you
I'm
play as a
all
girl,
about
then sure.
Character customization.
If you play as a girl, sure, Ariel. If you play as a boy, most of the outfits are almost identical.
Well, spoiler alert, I played as a girl.
I could tell.
No!
Yeah.
Say it as it's so!
And the other plus for X and Y is the updated, better Hex Maniac design.
You know, Ariel, Sonic Forces has customizable characters.
Yeah, I'm not playing as a Sonic furry.
Ariel, don't you want to wear your gamer hat and some Crocs?
No. Anyway, go on.
Oh, well, speaking of Sonic.
Oh boy, oh jeez.
So, my next two, I'm just going to say them both at the same time. Is Sonic Lost World for the Wii U and Sonic Lost World for the 3DS.
Alright, that's fair.
Wait, did you play both?
I own both.
Oh my god. Why?
I don't know. First off, I'm one of those weird people who thinks the 3DS version's better.
It probably
And that's
Nice.
only because you can unlock Super Sonic before you beat the game. Whereas I have the same problem with Sonic Colors that I do Sonic Lost World on Wii U. You can only get Super Sonic after you get all the fucking red rings, so what's the fucking point?
I do hate that.
Lost World doesn't even have a ranking system, so you can't even get S ranks. But just... everything about Lost World is so bad. Just... the control is so awkward. It's like Super Mario Bros. 3, where with the new Super Mario Bros. Games, they just kept referencing it. Sonic Lost World just has nothing but old badniks from freaking Sonic 1 and 2. Everywhere.
They didn't make any new ones.
I think there were like a couple, but even then. most of them were
Yeah,
just rehashes.
All I did was I played like the first level demo. I never actually played through the game.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, if you played the 3DS version's demo, that would have tricked you into buying the game. Like it did to me. Because, like, the first world in the 3DS version is actually super fun to play through. And then the levels just get Sonic Heroes length long. That's the biggest problem with the 3DS version. All the levels eventually become either too long or too bullshit. Like, don't even get me started on the fucking grinding levels, where if you fall, you instantly die.
I mean, have you ever grinded?
I did. I fell down on my face.
And you died. That's why you're here.
My
and
God,
here we
I've
are.
been in hell this whole time. Everything makes sense. No wonder we can't get past 150 subs.
Did we make it to 150? I thought we were still in the 20s.
But, problem with Sonic Lost World Wii U, on the other hand, is it doesn't know what the fuck it wants to do. Like, every other level, there's just a new gimmick. And every single one sucks. There's one where you have to push fruit in a fucking blender. In a Sonic game.
You know, just because this reminded me, and Birth by Sleep was one of my top ones, there's a lot of random fruit-based minigames in Birth by Sleep. They just happen.
Just out of nowhere.
I mean, sort of out of nowhere. They're in, like, the Toontown, at least. But, yeah, a little bit out of nowhere.
Does Japan just have a fruit thing?
Probably. Square watermelon.
Okay, that's fucking weird.
Another thing about Lost World I just don't like at all. The new villains, the Deadly Six. First off, awful name. Second off, every single one of them is just... They're just a shitty stereotype. There's the fat, dumb one. He's dumb, and he eats things. There's the fucking wise old sage. He talks in proverbs. And he has a stick. There's the emo one. He's just emo and he wants to die. Ariel, if you say you can relate, fucking go to your house and punch your gut.
Alright then!
Okay, but that's the 2020 mood.
There's fucking Zaz, and he's just insane. That's his character. There's fucking Zavik. He's the leader. He's also basically just Bowser. And then there's Xena. She's a girl. She likes makeup and stuff. And when Sonic beats her in a boss fight, she says, "I gotta go, call me," because she's a girl, and I don't get it, and I hate her.
I mean, I don't expect much from the series where, you know, Amy is the main girl character.
Okay, but Ariel, Sonic Lost World is especially bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My expectations were low, but man.
Okay, Lost World was written in America by Pontac and Graff, who wrote Happy Tree Friends and some other stuff. And they had been doing the translations since Sonic Colors. And they finally let them write a story. They stopped letting them write a story after Sonic Lost World. And I guess, I don't know, they made Sonic Forces afterwards. So maybe there just is no winning option.
I have a question. What the fuck is the Lost Hex? Do they ever explain it?
They never explain the Lost Hex. Sonic and Tails fly into the sky. Tails is just like, "Oh, that's the Lost Hex." And then that's it. You just land on it. It's a place where you do levels.
Okay.
They're terrible.
That
and most
annoys
people.
Me.
And another thing about the game is it's so forgettable that when people like talk about modern Sonic games, they forget to mention it half the time. They're like, oh man, there's colors, generations, and then they made forces. I'm like, okay, but Lost World. It happened in between. Those are my games.
Alright. So, we did it!
I'm recording Sonic Lost World soon.
Alright. Why?
Well, I'm recording Secret
Because
Rings
I hate
next.
everything. No, you're doing Secret Rings.
Yeah, no, I said I'm doing Secret Rings next, so...
Oh, okay. Wait, are you?
Yeah, that's my plan.
Oh, no.
Oh, no!
I hope you have a guide open, because...
Oh, I will! I fucking will!
You need it.
I did it without a guide the first time, and my god...
Alright, Eric, alright, you know what? You're getting a little bonus thing. Secret Rings came out, and who the fuck cares? In order to progress in Secret Rings, you have to complete certain missions. The game never tells you which missions you have to do, and you unlock multiple at once. So you just have to guess, and hope you can move on.
2007.
Close enough to me.
You were 16. I think
Also,
I played...
you know what? I actually have more honorable mentions. These aren't games that came out in 2013. These were just games I played in 2013.
Okay, yeah.
Halo Reach custom games. Fucking lit. Duck Hunt.
He's going rogue!
Fat Kid. Cops and Robbers.
No!
NASCAR.
There's a theme! We have a theme here, sir! If we want to rant about other games, we need to do a different theme. A different video. This is already pretty long. But we did the thing. Hopefully I'll edit our top ones around here. I'm gonna try and do a lot of editing. We'll see if I give up. And yeah, that's it. Those are our top games, or games of interest from the year that we turned 18, even if you didn't play them while you were 18. Trademark. Copyright. No, it's not. We got it from a Discord idea. So, anyway, any last words before I fucking murder you?
What did I do?
Oh, wait, you meant just him, right?
You threatened to come over here and murder me, so I think it's only
can
fair.
you understand why I would say that?
I mean, I guess.
That makes it okay.
It makes us even. So, tune in next time. I guess if people like-ish this, then we'll do more, probably. They want to do a podcast rant about, what, Forces?
Yeah, Sonic Forces,
What we
like
do
3 or
Sonic
4
Forces.
years after it came out.
Yeah, so, keep your eyes out for that.